We will start again with Sanostee. Shema. We welcome you to Sanostee. This is our area here. It's a nice weather outside for once. It's not blowing, so we get big strong wind around here. If you're not too heavy, you blow away. I'm the chapter president. My name is Jeannie Haskey. We have our secretary here is Jordan. She's going to be the presentation. Our CSC is Selma Bodie, and our vice president Gerald Henderson. We're here. Thank you for being here today, and I'll have our secretary do the presentation. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Ashchi Shidokia Ani Bashi put Sony Edashin, another door for the chain, Dashin chain. But now I son and she.
Good morning, I'm the chapter vice president. My second term being a chapter vice president for the community. I don't hear cracking Hana Craigie and got there. I don't craggy go, not only singing from different chapters. Here, Hana Craigie. Welcome to Sanostee Chapter. I don't show you what kind of age they go, kind of sunny bushes, touchy, Dashinando, she's like a chick. I'm a lifetime resident here with the community. Let's get on with the boarding school. So, I'm a team leader for our local emergency response team. So, welcome to our community.
Selma Bodie. Catching snow, she was chin. Nala continue that check is Anido editions at Andi Ovasha in Nakosaba.
Good morning, Bennett. She Jordan Washburn, Nishya. But I think Nishnado Kina Ani a Bashishin, Nakleganet, that should shade up for her DNA, that she know. I'm originally from Sanostee here. I was born and raised, and I also did go to school down in Las Cruces at New Mexico State University. I am also from the community of Tehachapi, and that's a little bit of information from me. I am the current secretary treasurer for Sanostee and on my second term as well. I will be presenting to you all today, so welcome to Sanostee. First and foremost, I do apologize for the building change. We did have a spay and neuter program come in this weekend to the community, and it was a huge success, but they ran late this morning and didn't get out in time, so that's why we switched our venue, and that building down there smells like dogs and cats. So I apologize. I wanted to start off with just sharing a little bit of detail since some of you are fairly new to the area. I wanted to mention that Sanostee deals with 11 routes, 11 BIA routes, and 61 miles of that is dirt road. So our community travels those 61 miles almost daily. That includes our school buses, our elders. We have our senior center van that gets beat up. Hopefully we'll be getting a new one. Then we have our Head Start as well, and then just our local individuals who travel to work on a daily basis. On top of those 61 miles of dirt road, we have 15.5 miles of that additionally, which is paved. The route that you came in, and then we have the connecting route to Two Gray Hills on 5005. So additionally, we have about 20 miles of mountain road that we also deal with. We have the Chester Mountains, beautiful mountain. Those are all routes that us as a chapter oversee as well, including you guys and BIA. I understand that BIA and Navajo DOT are stretched on their grading schedules. At one point, we didn't see DOT here for over a year. And for some reason, this past month, we've seen them twice going south, and then they're coming back north. They're in our community right now. So we've been very fortunate and very blessed. So thank you for sending Dennis and Tyrone to our community. We have a really good working relationship with those two. We feed them very often, so don't let them lie to you that they don't eat. Secondly, we do have our chapter operator, which is under our PEP program. However, we change out every 6 months. And that's something that we've been voicing to our delegate and the higher leadership, that we need permanent operators at our chapters, including their salary. You know, I'm not going to go into too much details, but we barely pay our operator $11, $12 an hour just to maintain this 11 routes that I'm talking about. We have our grader, which is a 21-year-old grader. And hopefully with this new ARPA funding, we're getting a brand new John Deere motor grader, as well as a bulldozer. So hopefully that'll be an additional inventory to our chapter. But we do have a backhoe and a farm tractor that we also got CARES money from that, with that backhoe. Additionally, we have a road maintenance agreement with BIA that I'm very, very happy to share with everybody, because with BIA and Navajo DOT, like I said, you guys have a busy schedule. So how do we address these 61 miles of dirt road that everybody travels? We took it upon ourselves, working with BIA, to come up with this road maintenance agreement that we take care of the routes as much as we can. We do our cattle guard cleanouts, we do our grading, we do our mowing, and then when snow hits on the main paved roads, we go out there and remove the snow with what equipment that we have. So we've been working really diligently with BIA. They do give us fence posts and barbed wire to repair some of these fencing that goes down. And right now our operators, you guys saw coming in, who's clearing the right of way. We have a lot of bushes that started coming up, so we're doing our best on clearing and keeping the right of way clear, because if you get a chance and go to the north of this chapter, get back on this highway to the north, that entire entrance to the dirt road, there's no cattle guard. So we have to do our best to maintain and keep the weeds down on this highway, because there's an open entrance there where the cattle, horses, and everything just come right to the highway. So that's one thing that we really have to keep an eye on with our chapter. Challenges that we really do come across, and this is something that Mr. Cotero had stated, that 15 miles per chapter is just not enough. Like I said, we have over 60 miles of dirt road, and only 15 miles of those we're able to get help with. We do have other issues with our project managers with Navajo DOT when we're trying to get updates on these projects. So I really am looking forward to the tracker that you guys are talking about and going to implement, about giving an idea as to which road has what inventory, the inventory roads, what they have, clearances and surveys that they have going on. For the top 4 priorities that we have here in Sanostee, out of our 11 routes, we chose the top 4. The first one being our South Road, 5010. That's about 7 miles. That includes N342, which for some reason is like the redheaded stepchild, because neither Navajo DOT or BIA will help us grade that route. And that's a good 2.5 mile stretch that the bus, CCSD, that's the route that they use. But for some reason, NDOT and BIA will not help us grade that road, so we do send our chapter operator out there. Additionally, with that route, about halfway, we've gotten complaints from the bus drivers where they're starting to drop off the kids halfway home. So the kids have probably about 3 or 4 miles to get home on their own, because the bus is refusing to go to the full 7 miles home. So that's something that we really need some help as far as improvement on that route. There are 2 areas that become extremely muddy, and one area that has a pool of water covered in the whole middle of the road. So we have a swimming pool on the south side if you guys ever want to come and go swimming. There is, due to the constant top lading, they've been top lading on that portion, and so the road has just sunken down. So it didn't accumulate before, but in the past, I'd say 3 years, 4 years, now we have a big pool of water right there. So on the south road, this whole entire area is just clay. We deal with clay mud, and I'm sure that there are other areas with that problem, but that's the biggest thing is once the rain hits, we're in a big mud mess here, and that's the south road. So 5010 South is our #1 priority for some improvement. On the second priority, we have our West Road, which is N34 West, and I think on Google it's marked as 5013, but 5013. We have about 8 miles of dirt road there. Back in 2022, there was 1 mile of double chip seal that was laid down, and I apologize for having to say anything bad about that improvement, but it is horrible. Majority of it has come up. There is a ton of potholes in it now. We had mentioned it to Navajo DOT, where I think they have their crew out here to fill in the potholes, but they let traffic drive on it, so it just pulled up a bigger pothole. So if you go to the West Road, you'll see that double chip that was laid down that has a ton of potholes in it now. So that funding, I believe it was over $300,000, kind of just unfortunately went to waste. And when we reached out on a warranty basis, they said that there was no warranty on that route or that improvement. So if you get a chance, please check that area. Additionally, there are 3 water crossings. We have a major Sanostee wash that goes through this road, and I believe BIA has replaced 3, maybe this huge culvert, 60-inch culverts, 5 different times, and they've washed out every time that they get put in. So the buses will not go past that first wash. And there's probably about another 4 miles that the students, or 6 students, that have to walk home or get transportation. So the buses stop there. And going past that one, we have a new washout. The culvert was, half of the culvert was washed out, so it's just an exposed road now. And then further west, there's 1 culvert that is ready to fall apart and wash out as well. So there's 3-4 areas that are in desperate need of improvement, and the culverts just won't stay. So that is part of our priority request on that N34 West or 5013 route. The next priority we have is #3, which is 8 miles of dirt road, which is the 5005 route. There is some major safety concerns on that one, particularly because on the side of the roads, there's about 7 to 8 foot drops on each side from the erosion and the water running. Somehow that needs to be improved as far as the water runoff on that route, because we're just going to be digging in further deep into that road. And that's about from here north of us all the way down to 491. And our last priority, #4, we have our connecting route to Red Valley area, which is the 5012, which is about 15 miles. There was an improvement of about 1.5 miles that gravel was placed down, but there was no maintenance on that route. There was supposed to be oil that was supposed to be brought back in to harden that area, but that was never done. And so now the gravel just kind of sits on the side of the road. So that again is 14 miles of dirt road. Another thing that we want to be very thankful of is our 5012 bridge. That was a $4 million project that got completed. It came in the nick of time because last year we had a lot of mountain water runoff, so that wash was full that entire time. So the residents were very thankful for that. We do have a helipad funding, about over $400,000 that we're looking at. We have a location that is secured, so we're looking at that improvement. We did lose a 2-year-old during the storm season because we couldn't get the 2-year-old to the main highway. So the bridge and this helipad will deter from hopefully that ever happening again. So that's all I have today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanostee. We'll go ahead and start with Mr. Peterman.
Hi, Jordan. Yeah, we took through N34 going west. That was a rough one because of the funding was real low. We needed to dig it out real deep and just really stabilize it. But it should have stayed, it should have lasted right to that Sanostee wash. A lot of water runs through there. You float. You almost need bridges all the way up, the 3 that you're talking about. You almost need bridges there. Donald Jackson, who's been out sick, he's not doing too well. He's been out sick leave for quite a while now. And you have your 34 and 491 intersection. It's got some drainage improvement, some other work going on right there. But he hasn't been able to work on it. I'm really glad you have an MOU with BIA. Every chapter should have an MOU with BIA. You know, you got a blade, and as far as Neville DOT, I say if you got a blade and the road needs blading, go blade it. Just do it right? I put some gravel over there in Black Mesa, and then the Black Mesa chapter guy come over and laid all my gravel in the ditch. So be smart about it, be careful, right? There's Anasaza, there's Mesa Verde cactus, there's burrowing owl, you know, gotta be conscious of all that stuff. There's a lot of reason why we can't get out of the footprint of the roadway and we're just going down. We go over there, we're gonna uncover something you never know. Bones, skulls, you don't know what's down there. And you expose that, then you're in really big trouble, right? Really big trouble. You gotta be careful with that. We're looking at the 5012, the 1.5 mile we improved. We're looking at doing some chip seal, double chip sealing that one too. So, but we're gonna try to do that one in house. We have some equipment. So sometime this summer we're gonna try to double chip seal that one. While we're out here, we're trying to do some repairs on 134. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Ms. Roy.
So I agree with Joe. Not a whole lot of chapters go in MOU or IGA with BIA. So I encourage all chapters, just like what Joe said, get with BIA. That just the little stuff like that can push partnership a long ways. Mowing, that's huge too. A lot of people think maintenance is just putting the blade down and going across. No, maintenance is mowing and ditch cleanouts and culverts and cattle guards, all that. All the IGAs do help. Now with the tracking that came up, our division director is saying that June 2024, our website will be enhanced extensively, meaning a lot of information is going to be on that website. How much that project is, when that project is going to start, how much inventory is per chapter. And with what Jordan mentioned, her miles, you'll be able to get your miles on the website. ADTs, you'll be able to get your ADTs on that. That's what that rubber hose there. with the bridges, get us 3 dates that we can come out and meet with you and show you on the TTIP, Tribal Transportation Improvement Program, the 4 priorities. A lot of those sound like it fits into our TTIP. And that one is gonna be due 2027. But don't wait till the 11th hour. Get your resolutions and your packets, project packets, to us this year, because then that allows more engineers to look at it. We get to meet with your CLEPCs. We get to do route assessments where we're not rushing around at the end. Bridges, we mentioned a lot of bridges. We can get that on there. Road safety audits, we can help you on that also. And that we can partnership with the state, the county, BIA. A lot of it is money, deals with a lot of money. And Navajo DOT, we don't have all the money. We don't have hundreds and billions of dollars. You heard earlier, we should become a state. That's the type of funding that we need, into the billions. That's how much the state gets. So thank you.
Yes, hello, Jordan. I'm William Raines with Airports Management. And yes, thank you for the question about the heliport. I would like to set up a meeting with you, come out and kind of assess, see what land has been withdrawn, see if all the compliances need to be done. I'll address more about that later. I had a meeting with Orlando Teller, and I'll get into that, but I'm gonna write a proposal for him to do reconstruction on 3 of the airports, total reconstruction, and also incorporate 5 more helipads for the nation. So he's gonna be addressing that with the legislation in Congress here within the next couple months. So, yeah, thank you.
One thing I want to say about the MOAs and MOUs, the BIA has a permission slip from the tribe to maintain those roads. So if you guys want to take over some of that in an MOA, the truck driver, on his spawns or some accident, the BIA will be responsible. At the MOA, you guys will be responsible for that. So that MOA and MOUs is important, like this.